Hi there, this is Lunch with Hirok, and now let's add in some color into this. Do I look good in this? Nope. No more, no more, no more. Yeah, alright. Hi there, this is Lunch with Hirok, and today's topic is how do I do intermittent fasting, right? So, if you like this video, please share it with your friends. Have a great day, and let's see. Okay, great. So, hi, welcome on board. Hi Patrick, welcome on board. I'm just about to start. My topic for today is intermittent fasting and how to do it. And basically one thing is for sure. Hi Roger, welcome on board. So the way it works is this. Firstly, you have to understand that intermittent fasting is not a diet, all right? It's not a diet, it's not a starvation diet, it's none of those. Secondly is I myself do intermittent fasting every week. I either do 1 day a week or 2 days a week or none of the days. But in 1 month, I will have at least a minimum of 4 days of intermittent fasting. So how does it work? Intermittent fasting is a pattern of eating and not eating. So it's a pattern of eating and not eating to help your body. All right? It is when to eat and when not to eat. Okay, this is how intermittent fasting works. So what it does is, it is one of the most important factors for weight loss. Why? Because during the intermittent fasting period, that means during the fasting period, what happens is the body will release, hi Maya, welcome on board. The body will, hi Shay, welcome on board. The body will release growth factor hormones, all right? There are 6 growth factor hormones, but this particular growth factor hormone, which is released during the intermittent fast, is the one which is the most important for you because it's the anti-aging growth factor hormone. So this is the one hormone that comes out when you're doing intermittent fasting, and you want that to happen. Why? Because when you're doing intermittent fasting, because of the growth factor hormone, fat burning occurs. All right, fat burning occurs, and basically because of that, you will slim down over a period of time. Second thing, because it's a growth factor hormone, it will rebuild your collagen, it'll rebuild your skin, it'll rebuild your brain, it'll rebuild your eyes, it'll rebuild your hair, it'll rebuild your internal organs. Because of this, this is a very good thing to have during an intermittent fasting. In the past, many people used to do it. Now we don't, and that is a very bad thing. So we should actually go back to the past because it helped us actually live longer. When we're intermittent fasting, we're not eating, and thus our body is at rest. A lot of functions happen when we're at rest. Okay, what is the one thing which can stop the intermittent fasting from carrying on is insulin. I have covered insulin many times in all my past Lunch with Hiroks. So insulin, what it does is it will stop you from losing weight. How? It will block the growth hormone, which is the anti-aging portion of it. So what will happen is you'll end up with a very fat stomach and things like that. Okay, if you look at anybody and you find the person has a gigantic stomach or a very fat stomach, it means that he's got a lot of insulins coming out. So this is one very specific way to look whether a person has insulin issues, all right? The more insulin your body produces, the closer you get to becoming a type 1 diabetic or a type 2 diabetic or a pre-diabetic for that matter. Okay, how do you do intermittent fasting? Firstly, most of us eat a minimum of 3 to 5 to 7 meals a day. How? Some of us eat breakfast, then we'll have a snack, then we'll have lunch, then we'll have snack, dinner and snack and supper. That's 7 meals a day. Some of us eat 5 meals a day. So how many meals do I have? It's a very good, interesting question. I have breakfast, then I have a break in the afternoon, in the mid-morning, and then we have a lunch, and then I have a break at 3 o'clock. Hi Moise, welcome on board. We have and I have another break at about 5 o'clock. I go back home and I have another dinner, but a small dinner. And then I have a small supper before I go to sleep. So that's altogether about 6. Hi Sebastian, welcome on board. So this is how my food works, all right? But there are a pretty diverse range of intermittent fasting. So one of these protocols is what I'm going to share with you. And this is basically, they are saying that if you're on a 5, 7, 8 meal plan, what you can do is to cut it down slowly, all right? It takes about 3 months to 4 months to cut it down slowly until you are consuming about 3 meals a day. But how do you work on the 3 meal day is very simple. You take basically the breakfast, lunch and dinner. Do not restrict your calories, do not cut down your calories, but you are going to eat it within a shorter period of time. You are eating it within an 8-hour period. So that means you wake up and you don't eat. And all the way until you are hungry, which is about 11 o'clock or so. That's when you have your breakfast. And then you basically have your lunch and then you have your dinner. But it is all consumed within an 8-hour period. And basically what happens is the rest of the 16 hours, you are fasting. That means you are not eating anything. But you are allowed to drink, all right? There's things that you can drink and I'll come to it in a while. So this is known as a 16-8 fast, all right? 16 hours of fasting, 8 hours of eating. Hi, Antonia, welcome on board. Then after 3 to 5 months, what you can do is you can shift it around and you go to something called the 24. Now the 24 is this, you have your breakfast, lunch and dinner within a 4-hour period instead of an 8-hour period. Within a 4-hour period, you have a breakfast, lunch and dinner, and the rest of the 20 hours, you are fasting. So this one, how it works is very simple. You wake up, you're not hungry, don't eat until you get hungry, which is about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And that's where you have your breakfast, and then about 2 hours later, you have your lunch, and then 2 hours later, you have your dinner. Now this is a 4-hour time period, and you have consumed all your 3 meals within your no calorie restriction. That means you're eating like an entire day's worth of eating. Even if you're eating 220 calories, you will be eating the same 220 calories within the 4-hour period. Now a lot of people say, hey, how am I going to consume so much things? You have to eat calorie dense foods. Calorie dense. So calorie dense foods are basically higher in fat content, right? I have also I've also spoken this in other lunch with Hirok episodes where I say that you should be eating more fats anyway. So this is, you need to eat more fat. So it's more calorie dense. So you're still 220 calories. You're eating lesser amount of food and it's probably better for you. So this is how it works. And the last one, this one is the hardest, that's what I know, is that you cut down your meals until you're down to 2 meals a day, which takes another 5 months. So when you're down to that, the 24 where you're having 2 meals a day, you have breakfast and you have lunch, and then the rest of the 20 hours, you're not eating, all right? This is the hardest, but it's probably the best. And I've seen many, many good things happen when you're on that program. And I will be going into that program sometime in February. Hi, Anthony. Welcome on board. Why? Okay. The real fat burning occurs in anybody and everybody's body when you are sleeping and immediately following sleeping. So once you wake up in the morning and you're still not eating, you are continuing to burn fat all the time until you are hungry. At that point you eat and you are on 8 hours, 6 hours, 4 hours, and then you continue to do fasting all the way until the next day. This is intermittent fasting. Now, there are 9 things that can help you make intermittent fasting easier. These are the 9 things. Number 1 is you are allowed to have tea. Make sure you're having decaffeinated tea, or even if it's caffeinated, it's fine, but no milk and no sugar. 2, you can have bulletproof coffee. Now, if you go and look it up on YouTube or on Google, you'll find that bulletproof coffee basically means that you have coffee without milk, without sugar, but you can have it with butter, all right? Butter, heavy cream. I use coconut butter. You can also use coconut oil. You can use grass-fed butter. All this can be used. So this is known as a bulletproof coffee or a keto coffee. Third one is you can use electrolytes. Electrolytes are like coconut juice. You can have some potassium drink, you can have some magnesium drink, things like that. You can have a variety of minerals and vitamins drink, so that it is not a sports drink. You can actually purchase this kind of drinks outside, and this will basically replenish your vitamin and mineral inside your body, because when you're on a fasting, basically, or intermittent fasting, you will tend to lose more vitamins and minerals. Okay, what I love to do is I love to put in 1 tablespoon of cream of tartar together with 1 tablespoon or 1 teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt, mix it all up, and then I drink it with a little bit of stevia, just to give that added sweetness, because the rest tend to be a bit bitter. So this is a type of electrolyte. All right. Fourth one you can use is ACV. Drink 1 tablespoon with 1 liter of water, or half a liter of water. It'll give you a little bit of amino acids to keep your body going. Fifth one is what we call a kale shake. You can have a kale shake by blending kale leaves together with a little bit of berries to give it a little bit of sweetness, because kale tends to be a bit bitter. Or you can have a wheatgrass shake if you would like that. Wheatgrass is now available in NTUC anyway. You can purchase one gigantic bunch about this size for about $2. Sixth one, keto bombs. Okay, you can have keto bombs at meal times. So the keto bombs is basically what we call a ball of oats, grated coconut, and cocoa powder. Or you can even blend in some high Kimson. You can also blend in some nuts. So you can use walnut, you can use almond nuts, you can use cashew nuts, you can use Brazil nuts, and basically you make it into a small ball about 1 inch in diameter, and you consume it during your lunchtime or breakfast time. Hi Mandy, welcome on board. And this helps you to elevate hunger. You feel satisfied by eating that little bit of crunchy, nutty, fatty stuff. All right. You can also add some salt into it. I use sea salt, or I can also use a little bit of pink Himalayan salt into it. It's because pink Himalayan salt tends to be very, very salty. So I put just a little bit. 7, have more sleep. Initially, when you have first started your intermittent fasting, you'll find that you will tend to sleep more. Please sleep more. You will need the sleep. Take it from me, you will need it. But as you become used to it, you'll find that you don't need so much sleep. So you'll be going back to your 8 hours, 7 hours of sleep. But do not have less than that, because you really want your body to burn fats. Number 8, initially, do not exercise. Don't exercise. If you want to exercise, you can go for a walk. You can do yoga, you can do stretching. Don't overstretch. But as you become used to it, you can do high intensity interval training. But make sure that it is very close to a meal, because you don't want to suddenly end up with a sugar crash. If you have no sugar, you'll feel very hungry and you will reach for the donut. You don't want to do that. And last one, number 9, take more time when eating a meal. So if you take 10 minutes to eat a meal, kindly slow down, enjoy the food, and take 30 minutes to finish the meal. If you do that, you will find that intermittent fasting is easy to do, and you will get the benefits of intermittent fasting. Now, if you have questions for me, hi Rajani, welcome on board. If you have questions for me, please Facebook message me. My Facebook profile is a public profile. Just Facebook message me with any questions that you have, so that I can answer you personally and tailor something for you if you need it. If you find it of benefit to you, please share it with your friends and family. Please Facebook message me privately, and I will answer any questions that you have for me. Thank you for being here with Lunch with Hirok. Have a great day. Bye-bye.